Welcome to Mango Bay. This one's a wild one, folks. Wild one. We go crazy. We talk.
It starts off innocently enough when we talk about Sandyhook and 9/11 and what else we get? We get into offensive. We talk about the idea of offense and people that we have offended in the past and how we've responded to that in terms of humor. Some smart stuff there.
Very smart stuff. Then we get into
Al-Zawahiri, the death of Al-Zawahiri.
Pour one out. And then we go into weird drugs that Bengali kids are doing.
Yeah,
in the West
Bengali
Bengal.
kids are getting drunk on condoms.
It's wild.
So,
it's great
because they're geniuses.
It's tame.
It's pretty tame, all things.
tame.
Then it takes an interesting turn, and we'll see you guys at the end. All right. There's only one way out, and it's through.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Come on in.
And we love you guys. We'll see you there.
Mango Bay, Mango Bay.
Mango Bay.
Mango Bay, Mango Bay, Mango Bay, Mango Bay, your Mango Bay.
For the exclusive content, don't forget to join our Patreon at patreon.com/MangoBay.
Bay.
Mango fucking Bay. We're back in the hot seat right now. What's up? Welcome to the podcast. To Best Bros Talk the Issues. It's South Asian Recklessness, your one-stop shop.
This is literally the best podcast on the planet. There's nothing funnier or smarter.
Nothing bad. I don't think there anything is. And so y'all
What's
realizing
better?
it. Y'all are I mean, literally what? NPR? Huh? With Michael Bublé?
Like, what are you doing?
Michael Barbaro, sorry.
Yeah.
Not Michael Bublé.
Which he's like the podcast equivalent of Michael Bublé.
Yeah,
It's
he
just
really
like lame
is.
bullshit.
He's so bad. His whole podcasting is like take a large thing and just summarize it in the last. So it'll be like the whole. He'll hear the whole podcast and he'll be like, "So you're saying is Iraq is in danger?"
Yeah.
Great job, Michael. You're fucking amazing. Anyway, so welcome to the podcast. Patreon popping off. We're about to make some changes to that stuff. Really get back into investing in it. Thank y'all for sticking with us. Live show is almost fucking sold out,
Yeah.
if not already.
I think by this time it's
Bro,
too late.
We might have already done the show actually at this point.
I think so.
You missed out. The show was fucking amazing.
It was a fucking vibe.
so good.
Oh my god, that was nuts.
Dude, it's so funny, dude. That
Insane
when the
vibes.
tits and we sucked
my
them.
god.
the
And there was
best.
the fire that everyone ended up safe and nothing was damaged.
So great.
Incredible.
So great.
There was an elephant.
Dude, Queen Latifah pegged us. I mean, it was great. It was just great. Great ruckus time. I'll tell you later, maybe on the podcast, but it's like I got a weird message from a white fan.
Let's go, baby. Come on, hit me with it.
Who was like, I can't wait for the brown tomfoolery. I'm like, do you think it's going to be an orgy or something?
Oh, no.
Do you think you're coming to like a brown orgy and it's going to be like, we're all just going to be fucking out there? It's a comedy show.
It was from Joe.
yeah.
She was like, I can't wait
Joe,
for this.
secret account. Joita was hitting me up. So we're doing new things. This thing is growing. This thing is building. I was so happy to see that the fucking tickets were just moving.
Yep.
You know, we did only minimal advertising, just a little bit, dude. I didn't do it that much.
Listen, they've been ready for it. They've been ready for it.
It's fucking. It was
it
warm my
was
heart.
amazing.
Warm my heart to see all the, because you get a notification every time on my email.
Yeah.
Eventbrite. So it was beautiful to see it.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
And it's fucking happening. And let's fucking get started.
Let's get into it.
Okay,
baby.
so Junglee's story. This is a show story. We can do two real quick ones. I had a joke in my act. This is not this week, but this happened maybe a couple of years ago. I had a joke in my act about right after the Pulse shooting.
Yep.
It was found out that the terrorist name was like Hussein Siddiquee or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And so I remember doing a joke like, you know, my name's Usama. Then I saw the Pulse shooting and his name was Hussein Siddiquee. I'm like, shit, both my names are terrorists?
Yeah.
Because it's getting any worse? My mom called me last week. She said, Usama, I have to reveal to you, your full name is actually Usama Sandyhook Siddiquee.
You're right. I remember this joke.
Great
yeah.
joke, would always kill. I always do that joke, and it never bomb on the road. It was always just a popping off joke. And then one day, we were doing this show in Newtown, Connecticut, and I didn't realize that Newtown. I thought the name of the place was Sandyhook, Connecticut. I didn't realize.
Yeah,
you know,
no, it's a fair mistake.
fair
yeah.
mistake, right? You know, Legend of Zelda. It's not Zelda. Zelda's the guy. It's the princess.
It's
not
Dr. Frankenstein.
Dr. Frankenstein.
Not the monster's not. Yeah.
His name had no name.
Yep.
All that. And so I'm in Connecticut. I'm doing the spot. This old guy booked me, and he's like, well, "I love your stuff, man. You're one of the, I'm a big fan of you." I go up and I do the joke as I do it. And bro, I didn't realize that this is not only in Sandyhook, like Newtown, Connecticut, it's also like a benefit for the victims, dude. And
Whoa!
I didn't realize. They didn't tell me. So I go up. The front row is just all sad dads and moms.
Oh!
I unleash Sandyhook Siddiquee. The set was a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
That's how good I. No, it was rough.
Those are the shooter stats.
It's the shooter stats. One guy in the back was really loving it. I don't know. One kid in the back was loving it.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was that crazy. It was like one of the weirdest. And I got upstairs.
Did anyone heckle you with tears?
Just throw it at me. I was like, it was one of the weirdest moments. I didn't, because you know one of those things where you realize you're bombing, and you realize just like on stage you're like, oh shit, okay, this is gonna be tough. But then you realizing that you're making light of a trauma of their dead kids. Yeah. That's a different kind of realizing.
Listen, that's a hardcore. That's a very intense. You don't want to piss off crisis actors either, because they know how to amp it up a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude.
Dude, I had a similar experience, and it was like,
wow,
not similar.
So not the Holocaust Museum.
Not to that.
Mean? How could this be an equal?
The volume is turned down definitely on mine. There's no death, but I have this joke. And it's about how I've never seen a white person or a non-white person with Tourette's. I've only ever seen white people with Tourette's.
Yes.
And I'm having this set. And I got to the show a little bit later, and I'm fucking cooking with the set. All my jokes are fucking hitting. I'm nailing it.
Yeah.
I'm really having a great kill session. Yeah. And then I'm just expecting, I'm like, oh, they're going to eat this up. I'm like, I've never seen a non-white person with Tourette's.
Yeah. Here we go.
And people tighten up a little bit. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get them with one of my early punches. I do with the early punch in the joke where I'm like,
boom,
what?
boom.
They've never, I'm like, it's just repressed racism.
Yeah, sure.
Nothing. Like, they're never saying anything nice. They're never like, I love Eskimos. It's never like, I'm expecting them to get,
Right.
Nothing. I'm like, okay, you guys aren't loving the Tourette's material.
Here it comes.
And I closed out strong with something else, And I was like, wow, I wonder what it was. And I get to the back, and the host is like, yeah, man, we have a comedian on the lineup who has Tourette's. And
is he not white?
He is white.
Okay.
He was white. I was like, is he white?
Case in point.
I was like, so here's what happened. And here's my idiotic brain. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm not taking it that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. Inside, I'm like, fuck. And this black guy comes up to me and talks to me. And he's like, hey, man, there's funny stuff up there. And I'm thinking, oh, this is the comic.
Sure,
I'm like, fuck, this is a black guy with Tourette's?
Yeah, fuck me.
Impossible.
Shit.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's impossible. And he's talking to me, and I'm like, oh, all right. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, cool, man. He seemed cool with whatever. I was like, great. And then all of a sudden, this white comic comes up, and he's like, hey, man.
Oh,
me.
there it is.
And
Oh,
I
God.
was like, oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
He's like, I'm.
And then
I'm
again,
the, I'm
even
the
then
one
you
who
don't
has
know, because
Tourette's.
white guys be awkward sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
So even with the shaky white guy.
Yeah, I was. Exactly.
Let's keep going. Let's see.
He's like, I'm the one with Tourette's. He's like, there's some really funny stuff in there, man. Some stuff I hadn't thought about, but yeah. He's like, you might want to be careful.
Oh shit!
I was like,
That's-
thank God it wasn't the black guy.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, thank God.
Because that would have been so bad, dude. Oh my God. First of all, a black guy with Tourette's probably sounds cool, even. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
He just like motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
It's like
Tourette's.
DMX or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
Well,
DMX
You know?
says black
Yeah.
Tourette's. Well, it explains the rest of his career.
Truly.
You know what I'm saying? It was that's not as bad. That's on the level. You know what I'm saying?
It's not the volume. There's no dead
It's
kids
still there.
involved.
If you were like, I was at the Uvalde Comedy Festival and I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? And, it was a rough day. Well, again, on your shoot, P has a fucking amazing show coming out. I'm in it. I got a part in it. It's fucking hilarious. Fucking a phenomenal show, web series.
We have to see how post-production goes. But yeah, it's called
great.
Problematic.
It's great.
The writing is very funny.
It's fucking
I
great.
will say that. Yeah.
It's fucking phenomenal. And so, when you're on set, they have a sound person that hooks you up on all the audio. And so like basically you talk into the mic, and the sound person has all the audio, so she can hear everything that goes on that day. So Joe, this is what happened. The lady who was the sound person was an Asian lady named Eunice. Very nice lady, very cool person, right? The PA, the main person who's like doing a lot of work, setting up the props and shit, her name was Grace, also an Asian lady. And so there's an iPad that needs to be
I
unlocked.
wonder where this is going.
Someone knows where this is going. Basically, the iPad between shots had to be reopened with the Face ID. You know where this is going. So I was like, hey, can we get... and it's Grace's iPad. So basically one of the lines was, can we get Grace to unlock the iPad or Eunice?
It's funny.
And it's just a light.
That's
light
funny. It's funny.
It's a
It's
light.
funny.
It's not. We're not talking.
Yeah.
A light. It's light.
It's good.
For the Asians. Light.
If I had been there for that, I would have. It would have been easier because I would have laughed.
Right.
I would have laughed
it's a
hard.
midday joke. Midday enjoyment. midday. We're not closing off with this. Midday enjoyment to keep it nice and tight. He's all over there. He's not even nowhere near this the ability to hear this. The only one there is like a nice white man, and then Devin, who's like the most activist. She like fights for porpoises, the lady, and I know I fucked up because I'm talking into the audio, so there's no way Eunice, the Asian lady, didn't hear it.
Hot mic situation.
Hot
mic, and I, when a mango moment happens, how I be, I'm laughing in every cardinal direction.
Yep.
I'm dying. I'm laughing to the ceiling. I'm laughing. I'm dying to my own.
You're like you're following up Asians. They all look alike.
And I'm like you, where once it was called out, I was like, oh, even better that she heard this amazing joke.
She would have loved
that
it.
she loves.
I know Eunice. Eunice knows me.
We vibing. That was your first thing with the Tourette thing. Like we're all gonna love this.
Yeah,
we're all
he's
gonna have
a
a great
comedian.
Tourette laugh over this, right? It's never the point. It's never the case. It seems like we're the last of people that really enjoy this stuff, and I got into hot water, and I feel bad. I felt
Well,
really bad.
you got into hot water with our producer.
Yes.
And friend, of course.
Exactly. But I really didn't want to hurt Eunice, and so I went to her to apologize. And I don't know if it was like just the energy, but she wouldn't look at me in the face. She was like, yeah, it's fine. And I was like, shit, it might be just a whole to-do, and maybe Gen Z can't handle any moment that isn't, either on drugs or sex or something. You know what I'm saying? So could be that. And so that was all. It's just moments where we just fucking cross the line.
Did you talk to Grace about it?
I did not.
Okay.
Well, I thought I talked to Grace. Then it was Eunice again.
Yeah.
It's right there. I can't, dude. Why?
She's like, it's okay. I forgive you. Just don't talk about it on a podcast.
It's all love to everybody, obviously, dude. But
That's all you got to say after you hurt somebody. It's like, it's all love,
all
baby.
love, baby. I think Hitler said that after Kristallnacht. It's all love, baby.
Love ya.
Love ya.
Heim.
Heim. Burger.
Yeah.
Burger.
Heil Heim. As far as I love Heim.
Oh, dude, my guy, Heim. So, and I think we both get into this situation. I think maybe you're better at handling it, but I really, even after knowing that
I am now because I'm older.
Probably.
But it doesn't stop me from getting into the
'cause here's the
situation.
thing.
That's my problem. It hasn't stopped me from getting into
Dude,
it.
the truth is that once I learned that it might have hurt Eunice, I still finished my laugh out with complete gusto. Completely. I was like, oh, I'll deal with this later, but this right now is too good. And I don't think, maybe that's I'm not sure if that's good or bad. For me, the selfish thing to be like, dude, it's all love. I was laughing. It's all joy.
My thing about it, there's something instinctual in me where, well, if I keep laughing, the laughter can be infectious,
Right.
and maybe they'll get into it, right? And that has worked, is the thing. That has worked.
Sure. Mm-hmm. You have the gas chamber theory,
Yeah.
right?
Now, I spent some time with Eunice. I was on set with her 7 days.
Right.
I liked her. She was great, very hardworking. She's a Gen Zer, so there is like, okay, that's definitely not working in anyone's favor comedically, right? But she's very cool, very
cool.
nice,
Super
really
nice.
sweet. You developed a lot of goodwill with her on the first day of shooting,
Right? Gen Z is very interesting. Gen Z, I think they might even go farther with the sex jokes, but less
No,
with
they
everything
don't.
else.
They're very prudish with the sex stuff.
I guess they are.
in
I was
my
trying to give them
experience.
something.
You
They'll
know.
do it, I guess.
They're not built for
even-
actual comedy. Their version of
know what?
comedy is like, hey, I have blue hair too.
Oh, yeah.
We hate white people or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's just like,
Pegging is fun, even though I've never done it.
yeah, exactly.
But it seems fun because it's what trans people do.
for them, it's like pronouns humor or whatever,
Right.
which I don't, that's great. Good for them, but I don't really, it's a different kind of humor.
It was
right?
different. Exactly. Our humor is, you know, I
mean, I wouldn't exactly say that's our humor, but if I counterpoint, it's not. Also, I will say we had a lot of Gen Zers on set working in our crew, and they all loved the jokes in the web series.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, this is hilarious
Right.
and it's smart and all that.
And again, we're at the place now where I'm like, there's a definite, line between our people and Gen Z. That's like because they're coming to their own.
But also the Gen Zers who were laughing at jokes in the web series, they were also way smarter, and they were also like working in more blue collar positions on set. They were grips and gaffers and stuff. And so they were just like, yeah, this is really smart, critical stuff. They weren't as pussified as somebody who.
That's again with what it is.
Yeah.
It's not about. It becomes class so quick.
Yeah, it's
right?
more about class than it is anything.
White collar black dudes, some of the most boring black dudes on the history of this planet.
Right.
You know, it's why? Because they have money, they hang out with white people only. So again, it's like a class thing where you hang out.
Right.
Blue collar
White collar,
people.
you mean.
Right.
White
collar
collar
black
white-
dudes.
yeah.
What did I say?
You said blue collar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
White collar black dudes, some of the most boring fucking people. And it's a class thing.
Can we get a black guy over here to unlock this iPad with his dick?
Any dick will do.
Or Eunice.
Or Eunice with her big black cock. Sorry, Eunice. Sorry.
Yeah.
Her name's Eunice. She might have it means I have no cock. Her name's Eunice.
Eunuch. It's the female form of eunuch.
You know what I'm saying? So never mind. You have no cock. I see you. I don't want to be someone who's like Nick DiPaolo, fucking 55. You hear about these trans? Fuck them, kill them.
No, never. You never want to be that.
I don't think we'll ever be that. But here's the thing: he was not that guy when he was 35.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was just a funny joke writer, and then slowly he became a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Are we in danger of like they go so left, they go so crazy that we just end up being like
Look,
fighting
it's
back in
that,
some
but
way?
it's also somebody like Nick DiPaolo. He didn't evolve at all, right? So it's like people aren't responding to those kinds of jokes for all. It's like you got to keep it fresh and you got to keep it moving, right? You got to be smart.
We just did I just did So, but it's again, it's irony, you know, the idea of the line being there and just trancing across it with joy.
I mean, that is the thing. Like, I don't think any good comedian can ever deny that there is a pleasure that you get from transgression, right? It's just the fucking name of the game. That's the spice of what we do.
Right.
I've never enjoyed comedy, which is just like sunrises, you know? Like,
I'm like, what if the sun raped the moon?
Yeah.
What would happen then? And it's like, now we're talking.
transgression is fun. Too much transgression when you get into becoming an edgelord, that's boring then too, right?
But you really do. You're doing one joke 1,000 times. You're saying different things, but you're doing one joke.
Yeah.
So that's lame. But I don't want to be that guy. And so when I found out that I may have done something really bad, you know, when you found out that your Tourette's guy might have been hurt, immediately it's like my whole life now is to make sure that he's okay. Or
Well,
she's
the
okay.
thing is, the next day I
know?
DM'd the Tourette's comic, and I was like, listen, I just wanted to reach out and just talk to you because if you were really offended or something, like I want to know and I'd like to understand it because I want to, because I wasn't really being that offensive towards, I wasn't like making fun of the condition per se.
Sure.
It's I'm making fun of a social thing around it that I've observed. But I was like, listen, I don't, that's never my intentions to hurt anybody. And if you were her, I did want to apologize and just maybe talk about it a little bit if you want to. Right. And he was like, "Oh, no way, man."
His reply was, "It's okay, XXXLL. It was cool.
It was a lot of ASDF, semicolon,
really fun,
JKL semicolon." But no, but he was like, "No, it was fine, man. It was fine." He's like, "Listen," he's like, it's fine." He's like, "There's some things, you might want to watch out for." He's like, but just imagine if somebody was saying that about Indians. I was like, are you comparing Tourette's to being Indian? Because that's fucked up, bro.
Easy, buddy.
Okay, that's fucked up.
I mean, if you see some of the Garba and the dance move, I mean, be a little Tourette's, dude.
Right. Indians got the most Tourette's.
This is the most Tourette's move of all time, dude. Am I going like this?
Truly.
This right here?
Yeah, we're very ticky. Yeah, the whole head bobble, like we're very.
Tourette's.
It's beyond Tourette's,
Yes.
So it's fine.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not trying to be that guy. Again, when someone feels negative, I'll have shows sometimes, where I did a joke about like the troops or something like that. Something, dude. It was like, bro, it was so soft.
Come on.
And then some dad, whose fucking 2 sons died in the war, fucking comes up and he's like, my 2 sons, I love them. And I'm like, good riddance, It's the idea is like, dude, in what world, like, why do y'all come to comedy shows? you deal with some trauma first before you come out. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, there's an overall problem with like, look, there is a thing about trauma, and it's like, listen, people are going to be hurt, but you can't expect all of society to revolve around your individual trauma.
I want you to do your work. I love you, and do the work you need to do.
Yeah.
Away from this, but don't expect the world to change.
Yeah, and that's a very trait of neoliberalism, I believe, which is very atomized in terms of like every single person.
Right.
You know, it's like, what are we, fucking libertarians now? Like your individual thing? No.
Got him.
You know what I mean? Like you're just the individual is everything here.
Right.
It's like, no, listen, we're all laughing, right? We're all here to laugh. We all get fucked over in jokes here and there, and we all get fucked over in life, right? Like all of society cannot be catering to one person in society, two people in society.
Well, you know, it's the white left vanguard, because the white left vanguard becomes more essential when they have a kid in their first kidney stone.
Right.
Right? When they're like, oh, shit, there's other things like my life, you know?
Yeah. Well, they get on board with it because they also are like trying to cope with their own darkness, and they can't. So they're like, this is making me a good person.
Right.
Look at what a good person I am now. And it's
That's
like
the beginning of that neoliberal shit, is that inability to confront the self, you know? Or to be like, yeah, sometimes I'm dark. Or
well,
I'm
these people are intensely materialistic. Like all of existence is material for them, right?
Sure.
So there's nothing else beyond that for them. Too,
material can also take the form of like social materialism, right? Like,
yes, exactly.
Like my standing.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, but just wanted to say that was a little junglee volley with that, with stories of like how we're shitty people.
Well, it's like this is the thing. I've always gotten in trouble about some shit, and sometimes I deserve to get in trouble. But it's, you know, look, I don't think anybody should be getting raked over the coals.
Sometimes people say, you need to apologize.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck.
I know.
Fuck me, dude.
I hate that.
Dude, with the girlfriends, dude. Every single one, dude.
Yeah,
I'm laughing at her dead uncle or something, you know? I'm just like, this is how I process everything, dude.
Yeah.
You know? And you need to apologize for laughing at the dead uncle. And I'm like, dude, he's fucking virgins up there, dude. He doesn't give a fuck. Anyway, I really, you know, I just want to
one thing about 9/11 attackers, if I can, or like jihadist attackers. You know, if they get 972 virgins, I think they're victims. It's only fair that they should. Do they also get virgins? The victims?
The ones in the Billings?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You know, or whoever's getting decapitated, or is it not? Because they're like, no, these are like infidel sinners or whatever.
There's a case to be made.
There's a case to be made,
dude.
Collateral damage.
Yeah.
You know?
But then the jumpers committed suicide, which is no.
Oh, that's
you know
that's a
big no.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Okay, see you later. Those videos are crazy, dude. By the way, the jumper videos.
They're surreal.
Yeah, dude. Here's the joke on Pornhub. Yeah. They're not jumping. It's not like you think it's gonna be a jump. They jump and the air pressure, they're flailing immediately.
Yeah,
start like just. It's fucking weird, dude.
It's intense.
It's fucking intense, dude.
It's very dark. That's the darkest shit. More than seeing the planes crash into the thing. That stuff's kind of poetic, really.
Dude, it's beautiful, and it's also like
you're like, wow, am I watching something from the Bible happen?
Yeah,
like that's what it looks like, right?
And it's not a warrior. This is like an accountant from Zell or something.
Exactly.
It's like, shit. He just wants to do the shittiest job. He had no dreams, and he has to do the most poetic thing in human history: kill himself. Oh my God.
Like but the guy flailing out—that's not fun to watch. Then you're like, oh fuck! Now it's hitting home. You know, that's me,
dude.
I would be subject to the laws of physics.
I'm a flailer.
Yeah,
you know,
we're all flailers.
That's the saddest thing about 9/11 is that it wasn't because Pentagon. It's like these generals.
That makes sense. You know,
you wouldn't hit the guy who runs DoorDash. Up in floor 75.
Yeah, that's not the guy you want to see getting whacked. You know, it's like Pentagon. Okay, military. You know, but World Trade, that's janitors.
And,
you know, Christians and
the food court guy. The Christian food court guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's people in there who, you know.
So why didn't they? Let me ask you this, because you would know. Why didn't they hit the White House?
I think they were speculating that they were trying to. So I believe with the one that just got taken out midair.
Yeah.
Right, the Flight 77 or whatever.
Yeah,
where they said that like, oh no, it was the passengers were being heroic and trying to take over the pilot, so it crashed. The real theory is that it got shot down because it was headed for the White House.
Whoa!
Yeah, you haven't heard that?
By American military shot down.
The American military shot it down.
As they probably should.
Yeah, I mean,
if it's going towards the Capitol.
I get it. You couldn't do like a wind machine or something? Like, is there nothing else the military has found out with our tax dollars? You know, like a big bouncy ball, hit it, throw it. You know.
I mean, so who knows that United flight, but that is the theory.
That's insane, dude. Yeah, that's wild to me.
But they made like a nice Hollywood movie where it's like, no, these Americans were heroes, and
I haven't watched any of that 9/11 media because I don't think it would be fun to watch.
No, I
It's
don't
all
think I'd watch.
propaganda. It's all weird bullshit.
Yeah, I had my fill on that Tuesday morning. When
Oh,
I'm
dude.
sitting on the couch, and I'm like, this is enough for me. I think I've had enough. Yeah,
And that had a sequel too, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. and the third one, the Pentagon. Although you never saw the Pentagon one happen.
Oh my god. You never saw that one. You saw the smoke.
Now, this is a very Alex Jonesy themed episode.
I
We didn't
know.
want to get into him. We started with Sandyhook. Now
Yeah.
we're on 9/11.
Don't mean to. YouTube. We love. What would get us back in the algo?
Listen, we believe 9/11 happened. We do not believe anything was a hoax.
Osama bin Laden, not a good guy.
Not a good guy.
Not a cool player.
Was definitely killed.
Vaccines are fake. Just kidding.
Yeah.
JK. We're just playing around, algo.
Listen, now that we're talking about 9/11, they just killed Al-Zawahiri.
Yeah, they did.
He was the second in command.
I saw that. I had to wake for him. Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, I mean, I was.
Pour one out. You know.
Do you think the CIA put the flag at half-mast for him? Like that was our boy.
I know my mom did. You know what I'm saying? Can I get some chicken curry? I'm not.
He
in the
was a
mood.
doctor.
I'm not.
The doctor. Anytime a doctor dies, it's
Always
bad.
die. Doctor devices. Oh god, that's amazing.
I mean, he's not the sexiest target to be getting. I don't know what Biden's trying right now. He's really trying some last ditch.
Now it's like, the next thing is going to be like, Biden got the guy who runs the Twitter ISIS.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
And ISIS.
it's like Zawahiri. He was never the, Al-Qaeda's been.
He had some like play. Like he was known, and the name
Listen,
was.
he was big for his
Yeah.
time. He was one of the big ones.
It's so
but-
funny because like Osama bin Laden looks menacing.
Yeah.
Is that where he looks like he was from Arab Office Space?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like,
So he's a big
it's
blob
like,
with glasses.
He looks like the stapler guy.
You know, he was annoying to Bin Laden. Bin Laden was like, fucking A,
Can I just
Zawahiri.
jack off to camel porn.
Yeah,
in
he's
peace?
like, God, you're being annoying right now.
I have a new one for you if you want.
Yeah,
the new one.
yeah.
I have a new edition of Camel Monthly.
Like, he was kind of avuncular towards Bin Laden, and Bin Laden's like, you're fucking annoying.
Dude, he
uncle."
looks like a four eye. Get out of here,
Yeah.
four eyes. I love to see the idea that
I'm on Uncle is a bitch.
Dude, I'm uncle has this prescription's too thick. He looks weird in a Pakistani cave or at Plano Senior High.
Yeah.
Four eyes. Loser.
But he's like REO Speedwagon at the county fair vibes now. He's not the he's not Madison Square Garden level terrorist anymore. You're not impressing anybody.
Nobody, dude.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? I think Biden wants to cement some sort of legacy because Obama got Osama at the very end.
Yeah.
Right? And so he was all like, "Oh, Obamacare couldn't get it through." Blah blah blah. Next thing you know, Trump card.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, Osama's dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone was like, "What?"
Exactly.
Final Trump card.
Dude, even Trump had a better one where he killed the head of ISIS, who
Yeah.
was like the big guy at the time.
Yeah.
That's within his time period too. I mean,
Dude, people didn't give him enough love for that. That was fucking amazing. He killed
Trump?
Yeah.
Trump had the right idea with a lot of foreign policy stuff, but
Like, get out of there.
He was too retarded to fucking
Didn't
make it
make it
happen.
nice.
He was too dumb. He was just like, hey, speaking of Tourette's, he's like, Mexicans are retarded rapists.
Reparted.
Yeah, he's like eating a taco, but he's like, I love Latin people. It looked like he was eating Latin people. I remember when he did that tweet. It was like, I love Latins.
Bro, where does the cheese stop and the wig begin? You know?
Truly,
I mean,
they just bring a grater up to his head.
dude, that guy's. Listen, he might win again. Get ready for that. Fucking, I don't even mind it. Don't even mind it. To be
I got my
honest,
ballot already filled out.
I'm getting U.S. citizenship just to vote for Trump. You heard it here first. One last story. You want to get into the fucking
West Bengal
yeah,
kids.
Bengalis? Okay, so this is a sad day for my people, but
That's
basically,
like a very good bit.
or a very
day.
good day, however you see it.
Indian Bengalis.
Indian Bengalis,
Yeah.
West Bengalis, where my dad's from, represent. So basically, the college kids, they are putting flavored condoms in, boiling them or something,
They're boiling them.
and then drinking the concoction, and everyone's getting high as fuck.
they're getting drunk off of it
drunk
because
and high.
this is how smart fucking Indians and Bengalis specifically are. They're like, hey, I have an idea. Let's put our big chemistry brains to work.
Bro.
If we boil down these condoms,
Hell yeah.
break down the compounds,
Dude,
yields alcohol, we can party.
dude, I know this is possible because I've had foreign condoms, like the directs. We talked about this.
Yeah.
When you open the wrapper, they're sizzling.
Yeah.
Like they're already.
Your eyes sting.
Yeah. These are like some hot condoms. Like they are like real deal, right? West Bengalis. And now, they found this out because some shopkeeper was nosy. It'll always be the uncles.
Truly, yeah.
Who can't handle people having sex. Who are these guys?
Yeah.
Buying the condom.
Why are they fucking so much?
I don't like
Where is all this pussy they're
I
hiding?
don't like it.
Yeah.
Right. So he's like following the guy. He's he's on the little auto rickshaw. Where is he going? Sees the guy just dump a condom into a vat of thermos. Drinking a condom out of a thermos. What the fuck is this? It's wild, dude. It's fucking
pretty genius.
It's genius and wild.
It's like that's what I love about Indians. We always find the weirdest way, but the smartest way to get around into something.
Dude, because like my cousins, when they were getting high, it was never like a simple,
Yeah.
like, oh, let's just smoke this joint. Okay. It's always like, listen, I'm going to hollow out this ice cream bar. I'm going to put it up a fucking donkey's ass. We're going to make it happen. Like I had
That
cousins like
removes all the carcinogens from the smoke.
Clean high.
Yeah.
All you have to do is shotgun the donkey's mouth, right? So I had cousins like this who were just degenerates, just crazy. I saw them once. I would be there for 3 months, saw them once, right? Because they were out just getting slizzosed,
Yeah.
right? And they would always come back and they would always ask me to do one wild thing. And one time I went with my friend, my cousin friend. He was like totally just strung out. Brown people in Bangladesh and India getting high is a weird thing because there's always the drug and also some really cute pastime they're doing. So my cousin is like setting up this weird like high contraption and his friend is flying a kite. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a weird like combination scene. And they make this like they bring in this fucking like 9 bottles. It's like meth basically.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, you want to do it? And I said no. My brother took a hit. My big brother took a hit.
Okay, of course.
yeah,
Noel was the bold one.
Bold one.
Yeah.
He took a hit from this fucking bastardization megazord of
Yeah.
meth or whatever, and he got blazed.
Wow.
It could have been just weed, but it could have been some crack in there too.
You have no idea what's going on there.
Dude,
they have drugs in India. Brown sugar is big there. Like, what the fuck is brown sugar?
Dude, there was a thing called a molom party in
Oh.
Bangladesh. Molom means medicine, and basically what they were doing, these fucking Bengalis, were you go into a bus that's already rigged. As you're sitting in the bus, somebody's gonna come behind you and put like a ointment in your eye. You pass out, wake up, no kidneys.
Whoa.
It's called the Molom party.
I like it's got a nickname. This is so common. It's got a nickname. It's a move.
We don't attack. We always
He got Morapatti.
we always gonna make something fun out of it.
Yeah.
Molom party. And my grandma was talking about this. Don't go on the bus.
Yeah.
The Molom party. And I'm like, that sounds like a fucking bop.
It does.
Can I get a +1? Can I
Molom party.
Can I get a RSVP to the Molom party?
Yo, you hear what happened to Noel? He got Morapattied.
Molom party. It's fucking for real, dude. It's fucking for real. I mean, dude, I don't know how.
The grandmothers love those stories, though, the
Yeah,
cautionary
of
tales,
course.
because they never want you to leave the house.
Yeah.
I remember being in Bombay once, like, you can't go to the beach at night.
Yeah.
People from Saudi Arabia will kidnap you, and they will tie you to the legs of camels and race the camels.
There's no boogeyman in India. There's just that guy I know from last week. There's real dangers out here.
Truly. Don't go out at night. Rajiv will get you.
That's like a legendary Rajiv who died years ago. No, he's a milkman. He's weird. The story is very interesting too because I'm always fascinated by these weird drugs that get always popularized among kids and shit like that. Who's the first guy? Who's the first guy to figure this out?
Oh yeah, I know. They're kind of little mini geniuses, right?
Like, obviously, condom. It's a pretty chemical situation
That's
going on.
really intense. Like
know?
they had to really do the homework on that.
You know what I'm saying?
Because in the article, it wasn't like they're getting sick.
No.
They're going blind.
No,
it was like like these kids are having a good ass time.
Yeah, they're
You
vibing.
know, they're vibing.
And in Indian news, that's a bad thing. So that's why they're like, just in situation, Indians are feeling joy for the first time in their lives. Figure it out. So, it's hilarious. And again, Bengalis, just a wild people.
Smart people,
Very
though.
smart, very wild. They're always at the forefront of different movements and shit.
My favorite part about it is how smart they are.
Yeah.
You know? Because again, it's not like they recited. It's not like in Russia where they're like crocodile,
Yeah.
the drug crocodile, which eats your face.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, this is like, if a condom a day keeps the doctor away type shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's exactly.
Dude, and you're right that traditional American and white poor people drugs, your colon falls out. That one, you ever heard of Jenkem?
No, tell me about this.
Jenkem is when, dude,
Name sounds familiar.
You take a shit in a bong, and you put a balloon on it, and the fumes, you put it outside in the sun, and the fumes from the shit, the vapors from the shit get caught in a balloon, and you unload the balloon into your mouth, and you get high. It's called Jenkem.
This is a prank that you're playing on all of our fans right now.
No!
Because there's going to be 2 or 3 who try it, and all they're doing is just manufacturing a fart.
It's pink eye part of the high.
Yeah,
you're getting there.
Trust me. No, bro. You're just bloodshot, bro. Don't worry about it.
You're feeling
You're
it,
stoned
dude.
as fuck
You're
right
feeling
now,
it,
bro.
dude. Get some Visine.
What is the high from that?
Dude, apparently when shit is like heats up, you can get high from the fumes.
Like methane?
Yeah, something, dude. Yeah. It's a really, really janky form.
This is like a prison drug,
Dude,
where it's like you only got 2 things. You have a bottle and your own shit.
Yeah, baby.
Go make the most of it.
You spend your last money on the balloon so you can get the high. This is for real. It's called Jenkem.
I don't believe this. Jenkem. Joe, have you heard about
Joe,
this?
real quick.
Can you look it up?
Joe.
When you shit in your
Jokum.
pants, it's called Jenkem jeans.
Jokum is when you shit in a kid's mouth and then shock them the fumes. Hold on, Jenkem. Yeah. Bitch! It's on Wikipedia too. Jenkem is a purported inhalant and hallucinogen created from fermented human waste. In the mid-1990s, it was reported to be a popular street drug among Zambian youth. Shout out to Zambia. They would reportedly put feces and urine in a jar or bucket. Exactly what I'm saying. Feces or urine in a jar or bucket and seal it with a balloon. Exactly what I'm saying. Or lid respectively, then leave it out to ferment in the sun. Afterwards, they would inhale the fumes created.
Okay, Joe, just a note, we're calling this episode Hits of Jenkem.
And then the next episode, you know how we do acid on every episode?
Yeah.
We'll do
We're on
alcohol.
Jenkem.
We got a Jenkem episode
So
coming through.
people-
I was
Really?
just going to call this episode Demonetized.
The algorithm's like, you had us at Sandyhook, and then you had to go Jenkem on us.
So you hallucinate on it?
Yeah. And I've done it once.
No, you have not. Shut the fuck up. I was waiting. I was like, why didn't you say he's done this before, you fucker?
I have never done this. I'm from Texas, and I had some poor black friends who did this once.
No, you do
purportedly,
not.
Purportedly. I never saw it being done. It was a legend. We looked it up. We're blown away. Immediately, we're Indian kids. We're like, how do we get some? How do we
I'll
do
let
it?
you have.
But here's the thing.
Meet me at Taco Bell.
I'm pretty sure they didn't
during
try,
business
They
hours.
didn't try this on Indian shit, probably. This is probably a white, nice, like bland shit.
These are like different strains of Jenkem.
Because Indian shit, yeah, that's like
Depends
fentanyl.
on the person.
Indian shit, Jenkem is like adding fentanyl to the fucking mix. It's like people overdosing. People ODing on Indian shit, Jenkem.
So horrid. Oh.
Oh god.
Jenkem.
I mean, dude, that's not wild to me, dude. Every weird country, every poor, the poorer you get, the weirder the drugs get.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about crocodile, right? You remember that shit?
Of course,
it eats
of
your
course.
face. I don't even know
It's
what
like
the...
you become the Joker or whatever, right?
Yeah. Apparently, there's something called brown, which in Africa, it's like gunpowder mixed with cocaine, I believe. Yeah, and they give it to like child soldiers.
Dude, all right.
Yeah.
To make them like all like fucked up.
You know, all crazy, yeah.
Bro, the child soldiers, I learned that they also suck the dicks of the generals there.
Okay, I did not know that. You
Yeah.
had to really go escalate
Hey,
things,
what do we-
didn't you? It was bad enough we were talking child soldiers. And then the drugs.
They get paid in jizz, I think.
Oh my God.
Okay, all right, keep going.
Oh my God. This is so gnarly. Joe, what's our time at?
Too long. 40 minutes.
Oh, we're good.
Perfect.
We did it. It's not that. The idea that you think this is the worst thing we've ever said, it's not even that. Top
You
five.
know what? I think this might be some of the worst shit we've talked about.
It's all in one episode, though.
Yeah, it is all in one
what
episode,
episode?
too. Like, we got it all in
I
there.
love it. It's mangoed out.
Yeah.
Mangoed out.
Really, this is like mango achar, concentrated, pickled.
Pickled out.
Pickled.
Love it. Oh, God. That feels
Jenkem. Speaking of achar is like kind of pre-Jenkem, you know?
Veggie Jenkem.
Yeah, it's like
pretty
vegan Jenkem, really.
It's vegan Jenkem, dude. Honestly, most of vegan food is just Jenkem already. You know?
I wonder if you could do that with anything though. Like put it like any like achar in a jar, put a balloon over it,
There's
put it
one
in the sun.
West Bengali college student hearing this right now.
Yeah,
and
he's like, I
boy,
would-
do I have an
Yeah.
idea. These kids inhaling the condom fume. What is happening?
God, getting drunk on condom juice. He's fucking nuts.
It's nuts. This is two things that people that from the beginning of time humans have been doing: fucking and getting high. Beer was found, like alcohol was discovered in like 8,000 BC or some shit, right? This is what we do. Humans get high and they fuck. It's part of the experience, man. It's part of life. Jenkem, baby.
Jenkem,
Which
baby.
brings me to my next Patreon tier. You're like blown away. I'm like not that blown away by it. I guess I've learned this. I've known this for so long, Jenkem.
I only heard the name. I didn't know what the fuck it was, though.
Yeah, it's wild.
That is wild. You really took me to you opened my consciousness a little bit.
I can see you, dude.
Yeah, I feel like I just took a hit of Jenkem.
Yeah, a new forehead chakra unlocked a little bit.
Okay, this is genius, though. Like, that's real
When
genius.
you're poor, you got to find a way, dude.
You got to find a way, right? Like
the same guy, you know what? I'm going to say something. We're not going to say it. It's already gone hard enough.
Let's cap it out at least.
Well, there's one guy, a story of a homeless guy who was had a hole in his stomach, and he was homeless, and he started paying people to, like, if you want to fuck my hole in my stomach, colostomy hole, and he used to charge for it. Eventually, he got herpes on the colostomy hole.
Okay, and he was like, now it's extra.
Now there's a premium. So the idea of like humans will do anything to fuck and do anything to get high. You know what I'm saying?
It was yeah, that was like some what we're into right now is some like early aughts internet type stuff, like ratchet.com or whatever, rotten.com style stuff. This is a very wild.
We can keep it, we can take it out. This is a great episode regardless.
This is some Marquis de Sade level shit that we're really getting
this is like
into.
chapter
here.
5. It's not even like the opening shit.
We're deep in it now. The complex passions, he called it. And yeah, this is wild.
James, do you hear what your son's been listening to? He plays one of these episodes.
Yeah. I should think that we're role models for Indian youth. We're not always role models for Indian youth. I don't think we're always the best influence on the young kids.
All right, guys, parental discretion is advised on this one.
Definitely.
This has been Mango Bay.
We love.
Come back. There'll be... This is pretty fun. So we can't.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. It's one of the best episodes.
This is a very good episode. This has been Mango Bay. We love you guys. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, all that shit. We love you. Thank you.
Jank again.
Jank again.
Your Mango Bay.